Hey friends, I've been feeling super anxious lately for a whole range of reasons. I've been pushing myself to do too much, we've had health issues, I still feel like I haven't really settled where we are because our house isn't built yet. A whole range of things that are out of my control, which is, life really. And I haven't been doing those practices that I know help me to stay down from anxiety and to stay out of the anxiety spiral. And so I thought I would make this class today because I really need it to start with. Our collective uncertainty at the moment with COVID and lockdowns happening left, right, and center, and just not knowing what next week will even look like, which is completely out of all of our control, and we're all feeling it together. So I thought I would make this class today for anxiety because I personally need it. I know I really need to get back into those habits and routines that really support me to stay quite level instead of doing these ones. So if you've been feeling like that too, I hope you'll join me for today's class. It will be suitable for you whether you're trying to conceive, whether you're pregnant, or whether you're postnatal like me. And yes, of course, postnatal means anytime after having a baby. My youngest is 3 now, but I am still postnatal and I'm still dealing with all of the emotional regulation that comes with parenting and mothering a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. And it's a lot, especially in these times. So let's do this class together. Let's help to bring our nervous systems down and hopefully feel a little bit better by the end of it. We're going to start our class today with some compression on the front line of the body. So if you're pregnant, that's going to mean using a bolster so that you can just rest the chest and the belly can hang. If you're in the 2-week wait and don't know if you're pregnant, that's what you're going to do as well. If you're in any other stage, so you're postnatal or you're pre-ovulation, you can come and lie flat on the belly, which is what I'm going to do today. So I want you to let yourself soften down. So if you're in your child's pose, feel free to rest the chest now. I want you to bring the hands underneath the head. You can either rest the side of the face or you can rest the forehead on the hands, whatever feels better for you. And I want you to notice where your body connects with the floor and let yourself sink. Take full deep breaths. I find when I'm anxious, I'm always like this and tense and tight, and I never really truly relax. Even going to sleep takes a lot to unwind. So hopefully in today's class we can get to that place where we're able to fully relax. So I just want you to notice how your body feels here. Notice any physical sensations. Notice the pace of your breathing. And see if you can let yourself unwind even just a little bit, which I have to admit is quite difficult straight up. It's almost like our body has this nervous energy it needs to get rid of first, which is why movement is so great, because it helps to shake it out a little bit. We are going to come back to this position at the end of class, and hopefully we'll notice a little bit of difference. Just keep breathing for now. I think sometimes when we're anxious, we want to rush through those emotions. But I know for me, anxiety often comes because I'm not feeling negative emotions, so it becomes a negative spiral. So just let yourself be with this feeling. And even though it feels uncomfortable and you'd like to do everything to get away from it, see if you can just allow it to be in the body. Be present with it, conscious of it. And breathing through it, reminding yourself that you are okay, you are safe. And then when you're ready to, let's slowly bring ourselves up from wherever we are. Bring weight back into the knees. Keep them underneath the hips. And then walk the hands forward into our puppy pose. So bottoms high in the air, foreheads on the ground. And just let yourself soften here. So soften through the upper back, the shoulder blades. If it feels good to do so, you could roll the forehead side to side, stimulating that vagus nerve in the forehead. You could just set the weight steady and in the center.
ready to slowly walk the hands back up, we come to our tabletop. Nice. Let's find our cat-cow here, nice and slowly. So inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. And as you exhale, round, slowly breathe out through the nose. Inhale, lift, noticing the movement through the spine and how this feels in the body. Exhale as you round. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to tabletop. I want you to feel strong and grounded here because we're going to add some movement to this pose. So I want you to press the left shin and foot into the floor and the right hand. And then lift the right leg up behind you. I'm just going to shuffle forward slightly so I don't kick over my plant. So press through that foot. This might be challenging enough, especially if you're pregnant. If you want more, you can add the left arm. So sometimes for me, I almost feel like I need to burn anxious energy away. Like I need to do something challenging to really get me in my body. And this is one of those poses. Stay here if that's enough, or add movement. Inhale, curl it in. Exhale, reach it long. Good. Inhale, curl it in. Exhale, reach it long. Inhale. Exhale. Return the hand and leg down and just find a moment of stillness here, noticing the heat that's created in the body. Breathe. Great. Press the top of the right foot in this time. Press the left leg back. Nice. So again, you might stay here, especially if you're pregnant. If you want to add more, right arm lifts. Keep the core turned on. Keep the breath moving through the body. And when you're ready, inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And gently release. Find that stillness. Notice the heat. Tuck the toes under. Peel our way back to our downward facing dog. So you're welcome to keep the knees nice and bent. You can take them a little bit wider than hip distance if that feels good. I want you to let your head and neck be soft. Bend through the knees. Lift the tailbone high. And then see if you can draw the heels down towards the ground. Keep pressing firmly into all 10 fingers. Bend the knees. Lift the hips high. Exhale down through the heels. And again, bend the knees. Lift the hips. Exhale down through the heels. Slowly walk the feet up towards the hands. Keep them nice and wide underneath the body so you can almost nestle the belly, whether you're pregnant or not, in between the thighs. Keep a nice bend through the knees. So we're not putting too much strain through the hamstrings just yet. Let the head soften. And then press into the heels, slowly finding some length through those hamstrings. Keep the upper body nice and soft, so maybe gently swaying, rocking. And then when you're ready to, we're going to walk the hands up the legs, coming to stand super slowly. When you get to the top, I want you to roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do this a couple of times, pressing firmly into the feet.
Finding that length through crown of head. It's like we're slowly unwinding through the body. Nice. When you're ready, inhale, take the arms high. Full extension of the body here. And then exhale, fold yourself down, bending through the knees. We're going to do a few slow sun sals. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten out through the legs, straighten out through the back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step the right foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale as you rise the arms. Full extension here. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step that left foot back, knees together. Exhale as you come down. So if you're pregnant here, you're only coming down to the chest and then you're pulling back to your child's pose. If you're not pregnant, all the way down, belly to floor. Squeeze the feet together, roll the shoulders, baby cobra. Exhale. We meet in child's pose. Knees wide. Round the back. Tuck the toes, peel your way back to down dog. If you feel like you want to build a little bit more heat today, we're going to come forward on the inhale, find our plank. And exhale, draw it back. So if you're pregnant, you might be skipping this and just staying in down dog as we add that movement forward to plank. Slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands, just as we did before. So keep the feet a little bit wider than hip distance and soften back into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. We slowly walk the hands up the legs, really taking the time to come to stand, rolling the shoulders back and down. Hands to heart, finding our center. Inhale, reach the arms up, full extension here. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step the left foot back this time, knee finds earth. Inhale to rise, full extension. Exhale, ground the hands, step that right foot back. Knees come together. So remember, pregnant variation, we come down together. You're drawing back to child's pose if you're pregnant. If you're not, belly and chest find the floor, legs engage, lift through the heart. Exhale it back. We meet in our child's pose. Inhale, round through the back. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Stay here, or to build a little more heat, float forward to plank. Exhale, draw it back. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Your choice this time, whether you want to slowly creep the hands up the legs, or whether you want to bend and start to rise the arms all the way up. Full extension before forward folding back in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Right leg steps back, knee to earth. Rise through the heart. Exhale. Frame the front foot. Choosing your option yet again. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, round through the back. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing.
Inhale, float forward to plank. Exhale, send it back. Slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Either walk the hands up the legs slowly or rise with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let your slow movement be a moving meditation. Left leg steps back. Inhale to rise. Each movement done with intention and breath, with awareness and rhythm. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale, we meet in child's pose. Inhale, round. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward. Inhale, float if it's in your practice. Exhale, send it back. Slowly walk those feet back to meet the hands. And fold here. Find the elbows, let the upper body hang. All right, from your forward fold, ground the fingertips so that you can step the right foot back, either so that it's on like train tracks with the opposite foot, or if it's in line, up to you. You probably want a little bit more balance if you're pregnant. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. So you may want to pull a bolster or some blocks in here so that you can find a little bit more space, especially if your hamstrings are really quite tight. And then exhale and fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and exhale. Let's swap the feet over. Step the right foot in, step the left back. Let's find that movement here. Inhale, lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next breath, release the hands back to the mat. I'm going to step both feet back, come to our down dog. And then slightly shorten your dog, so step the feet in a touch. Bend through the knees, reach the hand across. Find a little twist here, looking up through the opposite armpit. And then release the hand. Bring it over to the opposite side. Release both hands down, bring the knees down. Come and take a seat. So before we come back into lying flat on the belly or into that child's pose like we started with, I'm going to practice a little bit of breath work called Nadi Shodhan. So this is alternate nostril breathing. We're going to breathe in through one side and out the other. Do this a few times and then we're going to reverse it. So the easiest way to do this is bring 2 fingers up onto the forehead. Thumb shuts one nostril and ring finger shuts the other nostril. Feels a bit weird, takes a lot of concentration. That's the beauty of it. You're gonna be so focused on breathing that the anxiety in the body starts to calm down. Also, the use of the breath work through both sides helps to clear the channels and helps to just get everything flowing a little bit more smoothly. So when you're ready, I want you to take a full deep breath in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. Then I want you to press the thumb into the right nostril and breathe in through the left. Block the left and breathe out through the right. Block the right, breathe in through the left. Block the left, breathe out through the right. One more time. In through the left. Out through the right. And we reverse. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the right. Out through the left. In through right. Out through left. Release the hand in through both. Out through both. In. And out. In. And out. Very quietly, we're going to lower ourselves back down onto the belly. So if you're pregnant or in that 2-week wait, feel free to come back into the child's pose variation using the bolster. Otherwise, lower yourself down. Belly to the floor, either forehead resting on the hands or one side of the face. And I want you to let yourself sink. Full body relaxation. Notice the tops of the feet as they press into the floor. The tops of the thighs and knees. The pelvis. The belly and ribs. Chest. Notice which parts of the arms are in connection with the floor. Notice the weight of your head on the hands. Let yourself be soft, almost as if you were liquid melting on the mat. Let the back side of the body soften, the back side of the heart. Perhaps even breathing into this space, feeling the back side of the body. Fill with the breath, and then as you exhale, let it release onto the floor as if it too was sinking in. Let everything be soft. When you're ready, start to slowly bring yourself back, blink the eyes open, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Slowly draw yourself back. Come into child's pose. We're meeting you if you're already there. Give the forehead a little rock from side to side. And then slowly come all the way back up. Well done. Bring the hands to heart. I just want you to take a moment to honor yourself, as I will take a moment to honor me.
Anxiety is a tricky one. It seems to bring us further and further away from those things that we know help us. And I do the same thing. I know that yoga makes me feel better. I know that breath work and meditation make me feel better. But my anxiety tricks me into thinking I don't have time for them. Where the reality is I need to make time in order to not be driven by anxiety. I hope that today's class has helped you feel a little bit better. Feel free to come back to it as many times as you need, or to check out any of the other classes here on my channel. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.